All right, good afternoon. It's Monday, July 25th. And first thing let me say about this week, there's a lot going on. Major earnings and economic data as well. So starting tomorrow, Tuesday, you've got Google and Microsoft and a bunch more. I mean, it's like 460 names or something reporting this week, but just go through some of the highlights. You got Google, Microsoft, UPS, Coca-Cola, Visa, etc. tomorrow. So Google, Microsoft. Then we go into Wednesday, and you've got Facebook, Meta, and Shopify, and some big ones, along with the FOMC rate announcement. And then on Thursday, you got Apple and Amazon, and also the GDP, which we'll find out if is negative for the second consecutive quarter, which is the definition for recession. So that's a big one, GDP Thursday. And then Friday, PCE price index, and that's one of the big ones that the Fed pays attention to. The CPI, PPI, they like that PCE. So the options chain price is in plus or minus 100 for this week, basically against 4,000, so 4,100 on the top or 3,900 on the bottom per the what's priced in. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more, honestly. And my lean is to the upside this week. So my plan is, if you take a fib and snap it from the most recent low here, 37.25 on the 14th of July back here, and run it to the top, which if I snap a line across there, you see that was that gap from Friday, June the 9th, right there. We reached up and hit that on Friday. And then, then came off. I mean, it reached up there early, made the gap, and then came off and gave, I'll show you another picture here in just a minute, gave the balance for the week and for Friday and all that kind of stuff. But today, you notice, was nothing. It was a nothing burger. It was a little up, little down, and right back to the middle, right on essentially what was last week's balance and last Friday's balance and today's balance and everything, right back into the middle. Calm before the storm kind of thing, right? So here's what I'm thinking. Ideally, it backs off so we can buy it better. And if you snap a fib from the low there at 37.25 to the top, which made that gap, then you'll find that about 3,900 back here is a 382 retrace. Maybe on a really big dip we could get the halfback 50, which is like in the 3870s back here. But I mean, I'd be willing to look at defending 3,900, and that'd be like on Wednesday for the volatility on the Fed, snap it down. Look at buying down in here. When you see this price down in here, what I want to do is I want to come up here to the top, and I want to target this balance right up here. 4,100, of course, would be the expected move, right? But I want to target this balance right up here, which is 4,125. So sometime a little bit later this week, tomorrow or Wednesday, we get a pullback to 3,900. I'm going to start putting some SPX call flies up there at that 41 quarter for the end of this week. So I'll give you, and now we've seen enough of this chart, let me take you to the one that I was mentioning. If you start the fib from the bottom, right, go up to the 40, 16, 17s up here, which made the gap, and then you see the 3,900s, that's the 382 retrace. You can see that halfback, which is a possibility. I mean, it could, right? That could be a thing. Could maybe make it there. But I'm looking at what I want to try to do here is I want to try to buy this area, buy this dip, and target that balance at the top up there at that 41 quarter that I was just pointing to. So that's it. I mean, if in the event this thing gets carried away to the downside, then you'd want to probably come down here and target this gap right here. You know, on something serious, you know, to the downside, you'd come down here and target like that gap from this Thursday, Friday. So I'm looking at, I mean, that's like 3,800. I'm looking at buying the 3,900s for the 4,100 target. But if it gets serious on the downside, you know, you find your way to be short or whatever, then there's your bearish target down there at 3,800. That's good. But listen, it's going to be something this week. I mean, it's a big deal. Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, FOMC, GDP, and PEC price index all in 1 week. It ought to be enough to make a difference. So good trading, and good luck this week. I'll look forward to being with you again for a midweek update on Wednesday. See you.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me